So Nick, tell us what happened that night in your house.
Well, let me go back to where I was in my state of mind at that particular time. I was as low as you could possibly be. I wasn't happy with where my career was going. I had to take yet another job with a cable company, and that just hurts. I mean, I'm just trying to get that part out of my life and get on with filmmaking and stuff like that. So you got to understand, I've been doing this wanting to make movies since I was 10 years old. So it's been a lifelong dream to at least just make a living doing what I'm doing. So, but installation work just kept coming back into my life. Didn't want it. In the meantime, I live in the house that my brother-in-law grew up in. And my little daughter, Mia, she would always complain. Well, not complain, but she would tell us, you know, she hears things, and she hears somebody calling her name, or she sees shadows, or something like that. And you know, we're thinking, you know, it's just this kid's imagination. Go to sleep, you know. So during this is the whole time we lived there since she was born. So during this time of my life where I was at the bottom of my rope, I was just crying all the time. It was just a mess. It was just a mess. And I finally just gave in and said, maybe this is just supposed to be a fun thing for me to do, make movies, and maybe I'm supposed to do this other work. And I just kind of gave up. But during this time, we started hearing things in the house upstairs when we would sleep. It's always like around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And my other daughter, Erica, has a very distinctive sound to her door. She's a teenager, so she's got all kind of leopard designs and, you know,
jingly
things all over. And so when you hear her, and it's a bifold, so when you hear her door open, you know it's her door. So we'd hear it, and I'd run out of bed and see, 3 o'clock in the morning, what's she doing up, you know? Go in her room and she's sound asleep. The door's wide open. 15 minutes later, you hear it again. My wife would wake up, I'd wake up, what was that? Go back in there, door's wide open, Erica's sound asleep. Things like that. Mia kept saying she's hearing, this was more and more, it was accumulating. She hears somebody calling her name, Mia, like that.
Wow.
Poor kid was scared. She's 11 years
Yeah.
old, 10 years old. One night, and this is after I had to take this job, I'm laying in bed. And I'm laying in bed, and again, around 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, and I just feel like this real light touch on my nose, a tickle. And I have cats. I'm thinking it's just cat hair or something. So, and that's what I would have thought if I didn't see this next thing. So, it wakes me up, and I kind of just, brush it away. And the next thing I feel is just this shove into my chest.
A shove into your chest?
I got shoved. And I woke up, and when I seen it, all I could explain to you, and then anybody that knows me knows I don't talk ghost stuff. I am not a spiritual. I am now. But like I wasn't this way. It was the size of a basketball, and it was directly above my head. I would say, I don't know, a foot.
Wow.
And it was a mist, and inside it were these little swimmy things. I call them little sperms, or they looked, but they were black. It was a gray mist, and then black spermy things going in and out of this thing. So when I woke up, I'm thinking, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was dreaming or not. I didn't know what it was. But I swung at it. My first instinct was to take a swing at it.
Yeah.
And it went away. And
what did you think?
I had no idea. I thought I was going crazy. I either thought I was going crazy or
Did it shove you again, or was it just one shove?
No. I shoved. Yeah, it shoved me, and then it was going up. It was like it was floating up away from me. And when I swung at it, I couldn't hit it. It was too far away. And then it dissipated.
Wow.
But I shook the whole bed. My wife woke up. The next day she's like, I said, did you hear me jerk the bed? And she goes, yeah, what was that? What'd you do? Because I'm kind of a twitchy person in bed. I twitch. Yeah. And, but she said, the whole bed shook. I said, I know. And I told her what happened. But I decided then, after discussing with my wife and seeing this there's just this mist floating above my head, and with all the other activity going on in the house, I thought it was a good idea to finally get in touch with Lisa and see, what's what.
Well, I hadn't spoke to Nick in a long time, but we were friends on Facebook, and he sent me a message that he had a very unusual experience in his home. And I had known from different conversations with him that his daughter had had different things happen with her, and we spoke about that previously, because I wanted to be able to assist her, but he, at that time, didn't feel that she may be ready because she was so young.
Right.
He didn't want to scare her.
So when you saw him and you met him, did he seem visibly shaken?
He
Or?
seemed a little more fidgety. He wasn't relaxed.
Yeah.
And you could tell that there was some worry on him, but I didn't really want to know too much before the reading.
Right.
I'd like the reading to be pure.
Yeah.
So I assumed that he would let me know afterwards how things were. But ahead of time, I don't like to know anything.
Yeah. What happened when I guess you said other people were receiving information, and then Nick's brother-in-law. Like, we didn't know at this point that it was his brother-in-law that was this gray mist.
No.
It could have been anything.
Exactly. It could have been a guidance. It could have been anything.
Yeah. So what do you remember what happened in that session?
She said, "Nick, this is coming directly at you." And she says, I see an initial T, and it was my brother-in-law's name was Tony. And,
Right.
and she's like, "Yeah, but they called him Anthony." And yeah, that's true. And she said basically that he's telling me that you feel very much alone.
And they do say that they are with you, and they are assisting you through your day-to-day activities. But yet you still feel very much alone, and you don't feel their presence that you want to feel.
Yeah.
A lot of that has to do with not being able to close the mind or make it quiet.
You feel very much alone, and I really did, Rita. I mean, I really did. As much as I wasn't, like in ways, like my wife, she loves me. I love my wife. She's always there for me. My kids are there for me.
Right.
I have friends that are there for me. I have support, but I felt nobody can help me within that group get to the next level.
Right.
And that's where I so much want to be. Just get to that next level, not rich, just make a living.
Right.
This is what I do.
Right.
And this is what I do. This is how I make money. But that's where I felt lonely. I felt hopeless. Like, okay, all these people love me, and I got a lot of friends, and they all want to see me do good, and they all wish me well, but nobody can really help me.
Right.
And then she says, she starts giving me validations. And I believe Lisa.
Right.
But it's something about when somebody gives you a validation.
What was one of the validations?
Well, it just hits you like a rock.
Yeah.
Even though I believe her already. She says, I see you, he's giving me a validation. And there was much more to this. But I see you're changing a light fixture. And I look, before I can even look at my wife, and Lisa finishes, and she says, in a dining room.
The changing of a light fixture in the one room is what I'm seeing. I don't know if you recently changed the light fixture in the one room. I'm looking, it looks like a dining room area.
The night before, I was at my brother-in-law's daughter's new house, helping my nephew change a light fixture in the dining room.
Amazing.
All right. Coincidence? Maybe. I believe Lisa. Maybe.
Right.
Why she would pick a light fixture, and whatever. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. All right? That's why it's called For Believers Only. But then she says, "Were you trying to eat healthy?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah." She goes, "During this time?" I'm like, "Yeah." So she says, I keep seeing Pat's Pizza.
And I'm seeing Pat's Pizza, Pat's Pizza, Pat's Pizza, Pat's Pizza.
I just had Pat's Pizza. I've never had it in my life. I had it for lunch from Pat's Pizza.
Okay, so he's probably with you, letting you know that he's with you.
Wow.
Were you trying to eat healthier?
Yes. And then they gave me pizza. I woke up that morning. I said, I'm eating good today. And then for lunch, it was my new job. They fed the people pizza.
Every day at this orientation, they're bringing out boxes of Pat's Pizza.
Right.
Like, Pat's Pizza isn't a pizza place around me.
Right.
Around in
Right.
South Philly. This was in I don't know, close to Westchester, I guess. But Pat's, but she could have said any kind of
Pizza.
pizza. She said Pat's
But it was
pizza.
Pat's Pizza.
Pat's Pizza. It was very therapeutic. Like I wasn't expecting that. You know, when you go to things like this, you're thinking so stereotypical.
Right.
You know, like it's some, you know,
You think it's
crystal
going to be like a
and-
seance and
Yeah.
chairs are going to fly?
Yeah,
and
yeah. Well, yeah.
Crystal
and the crystal
ball
and
all
I
that.
see you doing things, you know. And it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was very, very therapeutic. Is the only. I walked out of that session, even though there were 7 other people there. I walked out of that session so rejuvenated and so strong and peaceful. I felt I just can't explain the peace I felt.
Do you feel like your beliefs about life and death changed
That
in
day.
that moment? Yeah.
I think differently. I think positively as much as possible. I believe you think good thoughts and good things come to you. If you want to stay with thinking with bad thoughts and bad things come to you, I believe more that we're all connected. You know,
Oh,
in the universe, we're all running off this one battery. You know,
That's a good way to put it.
It is. We're all running off this one source, like the Force, like Star Wars. You know?
Exactly.
After the session, I go home and I go to bed. Now, I'm wide awake. Now, I'm not waking up 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm wide awake, wide-eyed, laying there. I can't sleep. I start talking to my brother-in-law, and I said, "You know what? All right, I know you can hear me now. Would you want me to get Connie, my sister, in touch with Lisa so you can talk to her?" I'm saying this in my mind because if I said it out
Yes.
loud, my wife would divorce me thinking I'm crazy. But just as I said that, boom, there goes that thing again.
The mist?
The mist appears, and I am not crazy, guys. I'm telling you. Now before I thought I was dreaming. Now I'm wide awake.
Wow.
So I'm either really going crazy, or this is really happening. So this mist appears again,
This is amazing.
about a foot above my head. It wasn't as vivid. It wasn't as dark, but it was there.
Yeah.
And same thing. But this time it moves. It comes down the wall. Right now I have a fan blowing on me 24/7. I can't sleep if I'm hot.
Yeah.
It cut off the air from the fan when it came down the side of the wall.
Oh, my God.
So that I could no longer feel the air. And I'm looking at this thing.
So it had like physical mass.
It did. I guess it did.
Wild.
But as it got down to the side of my bed, the whole right side of my body, I'm talking from my hair to my toes, was like an electric current
Oh my God.
going through. It didn't hurt. It was very pleasant.
Yeah. It was a vibration.
It was a very strong vibration,
Right.
just on that side of my body.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I'm looking at this thing, and now I've got electric going through my body, and I'm like, maybe I'm making myself feel this, you know? No, because I look down at my arm, and my hair is like this on my arms. They're sticking up straight like this.
Awesome.
So at that point, I'm like, all right, I'll tell Connie. I'll tell Connie to get in touch with Lisa, you know? Boom, it went away.
Tell me more about your brother-in-law, Anthony.
Anthony, simply put, was the brother that I never had. I can't remember a time in my life where he wasn't there. He was there with my sister from when I was a baby. Probably is the reason I make movies and I'm into audio and video, because that's all he used to buy me. He used to buy me that kind of stuff, electronics, racetracks, things like
Wow.
electric race cars. And
So he encouraged this.
absolutely.
this
but
line of work.
but now, thinking back, there was always this strange link right here.
Yeah.
And I can't explain it, but when I was with him, when I would hear his name or something like, there was always this special link, a special feeling I got when it came to him. Now, he was a pain in the ass. He really was. We worked together. We did a lot of satellite TV and installations, and it was the best, probably, one of the best times of my life. Even though I can't stand the work, but if it wasn't for him being with me,
Right.
I would have got out of it a lot sooner. But he was a pain in the ass. He was. You couldn't tell him anything. He knew everything. And it was one of those people, but he would give you the shirt off his back, and he was just a great person.
So you looked up to him, you respected him.
I did, but I didn't realize it until this all happened.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to explain. I knew I loved him.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that he was like a brotherly
an
influence on me. Yeah, like
right.
I didn't realize how special that was.
Right. Now, let me ask you a question. When you left there and you realized that Anthony gave you this message that you're not alone, how did that change the way that you approach filmmaking? How did you take that knowledge and then truly feel like you were being assisted? What happened in your approach to your filmmaking career? How did that shift or change for you?
There's a song, I can't remember the name of it, but it's by Jimmy Buffett, one of my favorite singers. And one of the lines in it, he says something like, "I'm glad it's out of my control."
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I just feel as long, and that's the other thing Anthony said through Lisa, is to just do what I love to do. Stop trying to prove myself to people and do what I love to do, and then watch my career grow.
That's beautiful.
That's what's probably the most important thing. But that has changed the way I think. Now I care, but I don't stress over it.
Right.
I know, maybe it's not, God, it's not time to reveal me to public yet. I don't know the reasons, and I don't care, because now I know it's taken care of.
And you're doing it because it's what you love, and it takes on a different kind of a flavor, right?
But look, even if nothing happens, and I stay at this level of filmmaking for the rest of my life, even if that happens, I still won. I still am happy.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
I'm still happy.
You got the wisdom download, baby.
Yeah,
that's it.
It is.
That is it.
That
is the secret to happiness.
That's the bottom line. It doesn't matter about the money.
Right.
If it's your passion, it doesn't matter. If you don't know that you want to make money, you're going to be miserable in the filmmaking business, right, son? You're right, son. Son, will tell you, you're going to be miserable. But if you do it because you love it, you win no matter what happens.
Right.
You're doing something that makes you happy. Right. And in this day and age, and with the economy in this country, and the wackos and wackadoos that run this country and are walking amongst us, that's awesome. That's an awesome gift. Happiness is so awesome. So you got to do what you want to do. You got to do what you love to do. It's so important. Find something that you love to do and do it. Doesn't matter what it brings to you. It just brings happiness. That's how you win. That's it. That's it. It was right there. It's as simple as that, and nobody sees it. Nobody sees it.
And this is what you received as your gift
Yeah.
from Anthony through Lisa.
Absolutely.
This is what this kind of work is meant to do. It's not for people to go all hocus pocus and tell me, am I going to win the lottery? Give me the winning lottery numbers. It has nothing to do with that. What Lisa does and what people like Lisa do in this business is help people open up to this idea that they can then be more than what they ever dreamed possible.
I can completely.
And it's a gift. It's a gift of wisdom. You've gotten your eyes opened now, and life has a whole different look to it, doesn't it?
I live my life differently. I have a whole different view of what life is supposed to be. And you know what? At least Rita, I find myself from that day, I find myself trying to help people more.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to me. I really don't. I really don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just telling
It's
you.
a miracle.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is.
I wasn't a bad person before. I wasn't. But I think I really feel like I'm a better person now. I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
Well, because you get tapped into this idea that it's not just you, there's a connection.
Well,
and it feels like when you help someone, you want to do that because it's like you're helping yourself.
It is.
And it feels so good. It just feels
The other day I'm driving my daughter to school, and we drive by this police station, and I look at the police station. I've always wanted to be a cop.
Really?
Or a cop or some kind of rescue worker or something like that. And I love police officers, and I really appreciate what they do. Nobody really realizes, and they always get the brunt of the media's, and she caught me looking at the cop, and she said, "You really wanted to do that, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah." She didn't want me to do it when she was little. I wanted to do it when she was little, and she was crying about it.
Oh.
I think it's different if you're born into it.
Yeah.
But if you become a cop and you already have kids, it's. And I said, Erica, I said, it took me 43 years to realize who I am.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you mean? I realized that I love to help people.
Yeah.
I love to help people. I want to help people. Every time I try to, that's why I'm broke. That's why I'm broke, right? I can't, it's hard for me to say no to people. I want to help people.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be remembered for.
Yeah.
Not a filmmaker.
Right.
Not a good guy, but somebody that tries to help people.
You know what it is, Nick? It's investing in something that's real and eternal. Like when I teach my classes and stuff, I try to emphasize that with people that, most people in mainstream are investing for the physical material world. They want riches and success and accolades and things they can hang on their wall that you see, feel, hear, touch here. It means something to this world. But the work that you're doing when you say you want to help people, you're investing in this eternal part of you, the part that goes on after you're dead. When you drop this body, it's not like you disappear into the ethers. You continue to, your consciousness goes on, you live, which you just learned from your interaction with Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
They're still there, right?
Yeah.
What becomes important when you don't have a physical being anymore?
Right.
The love that you gave, the attention that you showed to somebody, the compassion, that giving of yourself to others, to the earth, to the animals and plants, to the environment, all of that is what matters, and that's what's lasting, and that's the investment you want to be making. Right. In that non-physical side of yourself, because when you do, the outer reflects the beauty that you've created within. Then you begin to receive also. You're not just giving, you're going to be receiving and receiving and receiving. It's going to come in heaps and loads.
It does.
To you.
It does.
Well, it's not even started yet. You're going to even
I know.
see
Who
more.
knew? Who knew that
You're
this
gonna
was
see
all coming?
so much more, Nick, as believe me, it's happened to me. I got out of corporate. I hated it. It wasn't me. I'm in something now that I absolutely love, and I'm trusting the process. I'm just letting go and trusting that the universe knows where it wants to put me and how it wants to use me.
That's I
and
agree.
I just let it do what it wants with me, and I'm taken care of in every possible way.
Well, I don't know.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, I don't know what Lisa did to me that day, but I changed. I went in there.
She opened your heart.
And she did, and not intentionally, but I went in there for selfish reasons.
Yeah, we all do.
You know?
We all do.
Like, I wasn't intentional, but it was always me, oh, me, oh, me,
right,
me,
poor
me.
me, help me
Meanwhile,
out.
there's some poor soul dying of cancer somewhere, and I have problems.
Right.
It just puts things in perspective.
Totally.
But when I walked out of there,
Yeah.
and like you're saying, it gradually, I started changing.
Nick, that's an amazing story. That is an amazing story. And I mean, I've talked to a lot of people. I've seen a lot of things myself. I've never had a physical encounter with something like that. Mm-hmm. I think it's rare and it's amazing. And it's inspirational to people because, like you said, you're just an ordinary guy who was really at this low point in your life where you sort of gave up on your dream and figured out, well, you know what? I guess I just better do something to make a living.
Right.
And the love that came from the other side that pushed you, snapped you out of that amnesia of the fact that you can do anything you want, you can have anything you want, and you're definitely not alone. You're definitely being assisted.
I am.
And it changed your life.
I am.
How much love Anthony had for you to appear to you that way. It was that important to him. And I'm covered with chills right now, which to me is, again, it's validation. He's listening, he's here, he's approving all of this. He's very happy that you got it. He's happy that you got it, and it was his pleasure to do that.
Yeah, no, I did.
To wake you up.
I did. It's funny when you realize that you learned the lesson.
Goosebumps. Yeah.
Like when you really truly learn something, when you don't really get things
Right.
100%, but when you really get something 100%, it's an amazing feeling.
It's life-changing.
It also, I had a fear of death before all
anymore.
this. I mean, I don't want to die, but I got friends up there, you know.
It changes. It does.
It does. It's
Right.
one of the most amazing things that's ever happened to me.